To be plenty of noise in this one as two Filipinos enter the cage and duel against each other.
Ready? Fight!
Eugene Tokero in the black trunks against Danny Kingad in the red.
This should be a very interesting striking battle. We've got the wushu style of Kingad versus the Muay Thai skills of Tokero.
Tokero has 7 TKOs on his record, so a very dangerous man. Kingad may well be unbeaten, but by far the more inexperienced of the two fighters. And this means that if Kingad can get the W here, it's a big stepping stone for him.
Ooh, that was a beautiful transition. Tokero went after the leg after catching the kick, and Kingad was able to roll it and use the caught leg to end up with the, it looked like he threw him with his leg.
It was extremely unorthodox and high pace.
That was beautiful. Rich Franklin looks baffled next to me. He has no idea what that was. Something out of a kung fu movie. Beautifully done. Kingad on top now, trying to slide past the half guard a little bit, but just inching Tokero up against the cage there. Possibly looking to dish out some ground and pound. Steps over. Looks like he's trying to get into mount. Looks like it could be a guillotine setting up there. The Team Lakai fighters have spent so much time improving their wrestling and their grappling game, and we've seen it. And they've just grown by leaps and bounds. Every time these fighters get into the cage, they're showing an improved skill set.
They've had an absolutely tremendous 2016, and it's ended up with Edward Folayang as the lightweight champion. It started with Kevin Belingon losing his tilt at Bibiano Fernandez, but it's ended so well for them. Folayang beating Shinya Aoki, giving everyone, not just Filipinos, but everyone, that realization that no matter how much of an underdog you are, there's always a chance if you get your game plan right and execute your skills perfectly on the night.
Half guard shown here by Tokero, and he's really got to try to get away from having his back flat against the mat there. Kingad's doing the right thing by pressuring him like that, and also keeping his head on that side of the body so Tokero can't turn onto his side and start maybe shrimping away out of that. See, he's got the pressure on the hip from the legs, and then he's got the head pressure and the shoulder pressure pinning Tokero in that position. Tokero wants to start to shrimp out and move his back towards the center of the cage and possibly start to get out of this position, because Kingad's doing a little bit of damage here. He's landing some strikes. Kingad's trying to push down on that knee so he can pass the knee through the leg gap there to end up in a mounted position.
Very limited with what he can do with that left leg. Tokero's constantly trying to wrap his legs around that, although he's escaped it now.
Now he's got side control now.
Elbows to the body from Kingad. 21 years old.
Yeah, we've seen so many fighters here tonight that are just starting their MMA career, and really their potential is just, it has no bounds to see how good these kids can get, especially when you have training partners like Benario, like, you know, the champion Folayang, you know, Kevin Belingon. You have so much talent around there up in Team Lakai that these kids are so young, they're just gonna grow every single time they get in the cage. And fighting a guy the experience of Tokero is only gonna add to Danny's overall game.
And I've seen those guys run up and down the hills in Baguio. It's no wonder they've got such huge quads and tremendous stamina.
Watch out, headbutt, watch out!
Stamina, training and elevation up there in Baguio is just going to do so much for your capability when it comes to the conditioning aspect, to grind out these fights and to push these fights into deep water. You gotta bet that they're going to have the advantage. Good ground control shown by Kingad here. He's transitioned into an armbar.
He's tapped straight away. Tokero wasn't having any of that. He hurt his arm quite badly there. Edward Folayang jumps into the cage and lifts young Danny Kingad up above him. He improves his this record to 4-0, and suddenly your eyes are opened at this young man whose unbeaten record is now a fairly significant number. Just 21 years old, remember, and he's beaten in Eugene Toquero, a man who is well known in this cage, and that was an instant submission, Mitch.
Oh, that was beautifully done. He was able to lock in that arm, slide around, transition into it, a beautiful armbar submission.
Wonderful exhibition from young Danny Kingat, and Team Lakai's incredible year goes from strength to yet more strength. Toquero falls to 8-4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Olivier Coste has put a stop to this fight after 4 minutes and 26 seconds in the first round. For your winner, by way of armbar submission, Danny Kingat!